Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thanks so much for joining in. So I have, this is the Rumi Oracle. It's a gathering of cards. They're beautiful, like this. And the past 2 days have been weird, like really kind of churned up, crazy energy, weirdness. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to see what kind of a card that I pull from Rumi and see, let's see what kind of wisdom Rumi has to share. And what I pulled is commitment. Okay, it's really beautiful. And the corresponding poem from Rumi, sorry, I should say welcome. My name's Laura Garrison-Brook, and I'm glad you're here. This is a class on Sisrara Chakra, the crown chakra. So this card from Rumi, which is focused on commitment, Rumi writes, "The awakened heart is like a lantern. Keep it sheltered from the turbulence of the winds of desire." And I think that this is going to tie to what we've been working on, and I'm going to tell you more about why. So let's come to the head of our mat, feeling our feet root down. And we've been doing a lot of work here focused on our satya, right? Our truth. So let the feet ground down into the mat. And just like a flame, our truth in the beginning might flicker. We might have a glimpse of it and then, it's gone, right? It might show up and then, where did it go? So feel the feet rooting down into the earth, palms shine forwards. Let yourself land here in this moment. Really settle in, rooting yourself down, getting stable, landing here, now. Breathing. Eyes are closed. Tuck the tail just a little bit. And then bring the hands in front of the heart and lightly rub the hands together. You can imagine yourself kindling a light, kindling a flame at the heart. And then snuggle the base of the thumbs into the sternum. Breathing in, nice big inhale so we can om our way into this practice. And then drop those hands down and lift the arms up. And bring the hands down the midline. And flower open those palms into Padma Mudra, the Lotus Mudra. Looking down maybe into the palms, or just closing the eyes and just tilting the chin down. Seeing that flame flickering, the flame of truth, welcoming it into your heart. And then bring the palms together, roll the hands so that we bring the backs of the hands together, circle the hands around, and then the palms are open. Feeling yourself open to the guidance of life. Allowing yourself to flow. And then inhale those arms out and up. Reach up. Hands down the midline. And again, flower open your lotus at the heart. Envisioning that flame right between the palms. And then gently roll the backs of the hands together. And then the palms are open, feeling yourself open to the guidance of life. And one last time, inhale those arms out and up, reach up. Hands come down the midline. Blossoming your lotus. Seeing that flame, the flame of truth, burning right there in between the palms. Imagining it burning in the heart, warming you from the inside out. And then roll the hands and palms are open. Feeling yourself open here. And then inhale those arms out and up. Reach up, lift up, stretch up. And then just swan dive down, coming down into your forward fold. Into the forward fold. Releasing down, relaxing down. Soften those knees, relax the head. So the guidance from this Rumi oracle talks about how, and again, I'll read the poem again from Rumi. Just gently sway back and forth in your first forward fold. The poem is, "The awakened heart is like a lantern. Keep it sheltered from the turbulence of the winds of desire." Float those arms out and up, reach up, lift up, hands to the heart space. And again, inhale those arms up. Beautiful Surya Namaskar breath. Stretch it up and arch over. Stretch it up and then go the other way. Inhale, lift it up, opening the heart, envisioning that flame of truth burning in the heart. And then exhale it down. Come on down, forward fold. Inhale, arch up halfway, flat back. Exhale, release. And step that right leg back. Nice long line. Left knee is right over the ankle. And drop the knee, low runner's lunge. So the author goes on to say, you know, when we kind of zero in on our truth, right? We center on our truth, and then Rumi talks about the turbulent winds of desire. Letting those hips just melt down, release down, relax down. Set those hips back, fold over the leg. And inhale it forward. So it's a dance, isn't it? Discovering our truth and then allowing life to unfold. And I've talked to you all about how exhale it back toes, rise up, folding over that leg. Beautiful, heavy left heel. Breathing into those hamstrings. Relax the shoulders down. I've talked to you all about how, you know, I'm very type A. And I'll get the bit between my teeth and gosh darn it, come hell or high water, I'm charging forward, right? I think those are the turbulent winds of desire, right? Breathing here into those hips. And then again, exhale it back, folding over the legs. So this is the dance of discovering your truth and then having trust and faith in the way that it unfolds in your life. Curling those toes under. Right hand comes down, left arm reaches up, stretches up. Breathing here, dropping that knee if that feels better for you. And then unwind. And then again, inhale up and unwind. One more time. Inhale it up. And release it down. Step it back, down dog. Walk your dog out. Settling heels down. Head hangs heavy. Just roll the head on the neck. Walk your dog out. Tailbone lifts up. Head hangs down. Seeing that flame of truth, Satya, burning in your heart. The heart, anahata, it's the seat of love and abundance. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. The throat is the seat of truth and wisdom. Arching into your cat. And inhale, lift. Feel yourself stretching your throat open. Breathing into your truth, into your wisdom. Self-knowledge, swadhyaya, self-inquiry. And then Ajna Chakra, our sixth chakra, the third eye. The seat of our intuitive intelligence. It's the doorway to infinity. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arch. Inhale, lift. Walk the hands forward. Curl the toes, lift the hips down, dog. And then Sesrara Chakra, our crown chakra. It's our connection to the cosmos, our connection to the divine. It's where the divine cord comes out of the top of the head, symbolized by 1,000-petaled lotus. Breathing here. Step that right foot forward. Coming into your high runner's lunge. Hey Brian, who's new. We love our newbies. We're glad you're here. So my right knee is right over my right ankle. Shoulders are down the back. So we're breathing into our truth. Breathing into our truth. Dropping that knee down. Allow the hips to relax down, release down. And then set those hips back. So the author writes, when we stop seeing life as it is, showing up for us, inhale those hips forward, showing up for us every moment and engaging with it as it is, we become careless with the light of the heart. Exhale those hips back, toes rise up, heavy right heel. Our huffing and puffing to force what does not need to be forced can cause the heart light to flicker and waver. Inhale it forward. This can make our way seem uncertain, and doubts can crowd in upon us as the light is compromised in its purpose. Exhale the hips back. Toes rise up, folding over that leg. We forget to trust in what is because we get caught up in attachment and fear surrounding our desires. Rather than letting life move us, we try to move life. We try to move life rather than letting life move us. Inhale it forward. Hands frame the foot, allow the hips to release down, relax down. Curl the toes. Hand comes down. Remember, you can always put your hand on a block if you need a bit more height, and then float that right arm up, twisting open. Drop that left knee if you need a little bit more. So when we center on our truth, there can be a seduction of, okay, I found my truth, now I'm going to envision exactly how it's going to manifest in my life. And then you start kind of trying to jam that reality forward, right? Those are the turbulent winds of desire. Bring that hand down. Knee comes down. And release that knee back. So knees are both under hips, hands are both under shoulders. And we inhale and we lift. Breathing into the flame of truth in the heart. Exhale, tuck the hips. Mid-back rises, head comes down. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, arch. And then walk the hands forward just a little bit. Curl the right toes under, press into the heel. As if you're trying to scoot the mat forward, out from under you. Pressing back, breathing into the calf, breathing into the back of the knee. Make sure that you're not holding tension in the neck. Roll the head around. Breathing. And then walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Lift that right leg up. Pouring energy down the leg, out the heel. The foot is flexed. Breathing. Another breath. And then if you'd like, you can bend the foot, feeling the hamstrings fire, feeling the glute fire on the right side. Now you might be like, yeah, this is my pose, I'm good here. And remember, if your knee is at all crunchy on the left, you can absolutely pat it with a blanket, take care of the body. And if you'd like, you can reach back on a diagonal and catch the foot. And breathe and lift that foot up. Open the heart. Breathe into the heart. Envisioning that flame of truth burning in the heart. Lighting up all of the spiritual chakras above it. Another breath. And then release. Curl the toes under. Again, press it back. Float that right leg back and up and come across on a diagonal. Top of the foot is on the floor. Walk the hands to the left. Arching open the body. Breathe into the obliques on the right hand side. Another breath. And then gently walk through center. Bring that leg up. And then the leg goes out to the side in gate pose. So I've got the long edge of the foot on the ground. My foot is in alignment with my knee. I know the angle is a little bit hard for you to see. And then you lift up, and then you bend over that right leg. Hand is super light. No sideways pressure on that knee. Breathe in here into the side waist. Opening it up. Float it up. Hands come down. And bring the knee down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, arch. Marjarayasana. Inhale, Bittalasana. And then curl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Walk your dog out. Head hangs heavy. Tailbone rises up. Settle those heels down. Seeing that beautiful flame in the heart, the flame of your truth. Asking yourself, what is my truth? Satya. The affirmation for this chakra, Sat Chit Ananda, which is my awareness, consciousness of my truth leads me to bliss. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Walking those hands forward just a bit, curling the left toes under, pressing into the mat, extending back. Roll the shoulders down as if you're trying to wing the scapula around around the rib cage so that your back part is nice and open, so that you have a nice long neck. Breathing here. Another breath. And then float that left leg up. Breathing here, walking the hands back so they're underneath the shoulders. Nice stable base. Breathing into the hamstrings, into the glute. Another breath. And then you can bend that knee if you'd like. Listening to the body, practicing yoga from the inside out. How does the posture feel? How does the body feel? And then reaching back with your right hand to catch your left foot if you'd like. If you have a strap, you can also put the strap around the ankle and lift that leg up. Breathe into the heart. Feel yourself opening up to your truth. Sat Chit Ananda. Good focused gaze. Another breath. And then release. Bring the knee down. Inhale, lift up. Cow pose. Exhale, arch. Inhale, lift. And then bring that leg across the body. Top of the foot on the earth. Walk the hands to the right. Stretching out the side waist. Right? Looking over that shoulder back at the hip. Another breath. Come back through center. Curl the back toes under. Press into that heel. Float that left leg up. And then bring the leg across so that it's out to the side. Knee and middle of the arch of the foot is pretty much in alignment with each other. And we inhale up into our gate. And then we arch over to the left side. Breathing into the right obliques. Breathing into the intercostal muscles that enrobe the ribs. Super light on this left hand. No downward pressure in the knee. Another breath. And then gently unwind. Hands come down. Bring the knees together. Hands under shoulders. Inhale, lift. And exhale, arch. Inhale, lift. And exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Head hangs heavy. Right? Roll the head on the neck. And if you like three-legged dog, float that right leg back and up. Stretch it up, reach it up. Roll the foot on the ankle if you'd like. Another breath. Step it forward. And come on up. Breathing here in your Vira 1. Connecting to your deepest self, your truest self. Feeling yourself spiraling inside as you lift the heart up. Another breath. Step off onto that right foot and bring the heel in towards the glute. Good focus gaze. Seeing the heart as a lantern, right? Shining our light, shining our truth, drawing that light up into the spiritual chakras. The heart is the bridge. Chakra 1, 2, 3 are physical chakras. Chakra 5, 6, 7 are spiritual chakras. And then chakra 4, the heart, the bridge between the two. Breathing here. Maybe catching the foot with both hands if that works for you. And again, open the heart. Open the heart. Feeling your truth rising up, shining out the heart. Another breath. And step it back. Vera 1. Opening up. And then rooting that right leg down, coming into your Vrikshasana. Remembering with tree pose, the knee is out to the side. A little bit of a bend in that right knee. And you can totally have the ball of the foot on the earth, the foot here on the side of the calf. The only place we don't want it is on the side of the knee. We lost it. And if you lose it, no worries. Remember that we're exercising the cerebellum. So if balance is hard for you, it's good. It's good. We're lighting up the brain. The cerebellum, just like any other part of our body, can be strengthened. Hands together, flower open, Padma. Looking down into that flame of truth. Breathing here. And then draw our flame up, shining it up to the heavens. And then step it back. Vera 1. Opening up, open the heart up, the lantern of the heart. Having the light burn steady. Steady. Another breath. Straighten the leg. Soften that knee. Long edges of the feet parallel to long edges of the mat. As we then fold down in our pyramid pose. If you have blocks, it can be sweet to have your hands on blocks here on either side of the foot. You can also put your hands on hips. That requires a little bit of balance, or on the leg. Listening to the body. Glide the right hip back. Square the left hip forward. And fold down. Fold down. Fold down. Closing the eyes if that's comfortable with your balance, going inside, seeing that beautiful flame in the heart, lighting your way. Another breath. Bend that front leg and come on up. Open up the heart and come on down. Sat Chit Ananda, connecting with our truth, drawing our truth into our consciousness so that it leads us to bliss. Breathing here in your down dog. And then allowing the knees to fall open, toes to touch. And again, we've mentioned in this class how this is a dance. Coming down into your child's pose. Forehead melts down onto the earth, a gentle sway back and forth. This is a dance where we connect to our truth, and then we witness life as it is. Step by step, moment by moment. Witnessing life and allowing life to lead us forward. Not fighting life. Breathing here. And then come on up. And as I've already mentioned, plug the hands in, curl the toes, lift the hips. When we center on our truth, it can be so seductive to zero in on, okay, this is my exact vision for how my truth should unfold. Flip that left leg back and up, stretch it up, reach it up, right? It's going to look like this, and it's going to play out in this way, and step it forward. And that's the turbulent winds of desire, because you have your truth, and you say, okay, I'm going in that direction, it's going to look like that, this is the way it's going to play out. Breathing here in your Vera 1. And your truth is your truth, but maybe the way that it's meant to unfold in your life looks very different than your initial vision. But now you're fighting life. And maybe you're starting to have doubt in your truth, because you're like, this is not unfolding. This is hard. This is not working. Right? I know you've been there. I've been there. Breathing here in your Vera 1. Opening the heart. Breathing into that flame of truth in the heart. So we cultivate our truth. Step off onto that left foot. Bringing the heel into the glute. Drawing that heel in. Good focused gaze. Breathe into the quadricep. On the right side, both hands can reach back, and you can again open the heart, roll the shoulders back, and then step it back, Vera 1. This is when you wind up fighting life. Because you're like, wait a second, I found my truth. I want to make it happen. I want to manifest my truth. Okay. But witness life as it is. Remember, the universe never does things to you. The universe does things for you. Breathing here. And then stepping off onto that left foot, getting good and grounded. The knee goes out to the side. Pouring energy into the foot. Press the foot into the leg as you press the leg into the foot. Hands together. Flower open, your lotus. How much can I stay connected with my truth, holding this truth softly in my hands? Continuing to witness life as it is. Another breath. And step it back. Arms overhead. We didn't bring our Padma up overhead, so we can do it here in Vera 1. Shining our truth up, lifting it up. Another breath. Straighten that leg. Long edges of the feet parallel to long edges of the mat. Feet are hip width apart. Soften the left knee a bit. And then glide forward. Head hangs heavy. And it can be hard, right? When we settle on our truth, we might want to grip it so hard. Like, okay, there it is. Grab it. Don't let it go. Right? Right? That's so human. So understandable. But we need to remember to hold on to our truth with soft hands. Soft hands. Continuing to witness life as it is. And just asking yourself, day by day, moment by moment, how can I live my truth in this moment? Allowing the lantern of the heart to shine brightly. Another breath. And then float it up. Breathing here in your Vera 1. And then hands come down. Lifting the tailbone up, allow the head to settle, roll the head up. Another breath. And then let's come into our pigeon on the right side. So bend that right knee, step it forward. And then walk the toes back on the left side. So you're settling the hips down. Keeping the hips squared forward. Beautiful open heart. Shoulders down the back. Breathing into the back waist. And if you struggle with this version of pigeon, I'll show you pigeon on your back in a moment. For those of you in classic pigeon, come on down. And release into your pigeon. Kapotasana. Nice falling out breath. If you have blocks, it's nice to have your blocks underneath the forehead, especially if you're up pretty tall. For those of you who have a hard time with classic pigeon, if you have crunchy knees, come on to the back and we'll take reclining pigeon. Supta. Supta Kapotasana. So the left sole of the foot is on the floor. The right knee is bent. The left knee is bent. The right ankle is on the left knee, and then we just float the knees in. Okay? And roll the shoulders up and then back down so you have a nice flat back heart. Do your best to keep your sacrum down as you draw the knees in. And I usually hold on to my right hand on my right knee, my left hand on my shin. That's my version of reclining pigeon. You can also put your hands through and grip the thigh, the left thigh with both hands, or you can grip the shin. But notice if anything starts happening that's weird with the neck, right? Chin snuggled down towards the chest. Hug the legs in. Remaining there in reclining pigeon if that's the better pose for you. Remembering always that we do yoga from the inside out. How does the pose feel? Not what does the pose look like? How is this pose serving me? Another breath. And then walking the hands up if you're in classic. Beautiful, open heart. Shoulders down the back. Feel your heart blossoming open. Breathing, having that lantern of light shine its way up, lighting up all of the chakras, Vishuddha, Agya, Sisrara, lighting them all up with your truth, your abundance, your love. Another breath. And settle the hips down on the right side and swing that leg around. So we're coming into half Lord of the Fishes pose, Ardha Matsyendrasana. So with this pose, there can be a tendency to tip over to the right, okay? So we want our hips to be evenly grounded into the earth. This is my left knee, and I wrap my right arm around my left knee as I twist to the left. Breathing here. If this is hard for you to keep your hips grounded, straighten the bottom leg. The bottom leg isn't so critical. Okay? Close the eyes, go inside. Breathing into this beautiful twist. Keep drawing the breath right into the heart. If you're a visual person, you can envision this beautiful emerald green energy. Green is the color of Anahata. Element is air. And envisioning this air fueling that burning flame of your truth, Satya, Sat Chit Ananda. And if you're in a place where you're like, Laura, I really don't know what my truth is, twist to the right. Soles of the feet together. Well, then what I ask of you is, where's your joy? Right? Where do you feel happiness? Where do you feel most true? Where do you feel most comfortable in your skin? Knees fall open. Sitting here in your cobbler. Nice tall spine. Check in with the lumbar spine. We have a tendency to get super compressed in the lower spine, the lower back. So we want to really lift up out of the pelvis. Knees fall open. And then lean to the right as you drop the left knee down. And then lean to the left as you drop the right knee down. And then legs widen into our wide-legged forward fold. Tenting the fingers behind the hips, lift the hips up, roll the pelvic bowl forward. Reach back and grab your chunky bits, get them out of the way so that you feel your sits bones, your ischial tuberosities, plug down into the earth. Knees are straight up, toes are straight up. And if you have blocks, this is where it's really nice to have your blocks under your head. And you might be, Laura, I need a third block. So if as you lean forward, you feel yourself getting really rounded in the lumbar spine, then sit back up. It's all good. It's all good. Listen to the body. If you can, go forward, forehead down onto the blocks. And this is a really sweet pose to melt down into it like you're a stick of butter. Okay? Feeling that pressure in Agya Chakra, the third eye. Eyes are rolled up and in Sambhavi Mudra, enlivening the pineal gland. Looking to the midbrain, as if you're, like by rolling your eyes up and in, you can look right to the midbrain. That's where the pineal gland lives. And seeing a beautiful blue light burning steadily there. And as you go, you can melt down. And what's interesting is the ancients, the yogis, thousands of years ago, talked about the blue flame for the master meditators, about how they'd see a blue flame right in the middle of the brain. And there have been scientific experiments where they've put master meditators, they've hooked them up to an MRI machine. And darned if you wouldn't know it, that when they get into a deep, deep meditative state, all that's seen from a brain activity standpoint is a blue flame right in the middle of the brain. So envision that now, this beautiful flame of truth, right at the third eye. Another breath, and then gently walk it up. And turning to the head of the mat. And I always like to come into pigeon pose from down dog. So if you're like me, step that left leg forward and come on down. Beautiful open heart. Closing the eyes, going inside. That lantern of truth that's burning bright at the heart. That light shining upwards, lighting up Vishuddha, our seat of wisdom and truth in the throat. Color is turquoise. And melt yourself down into your classic, if you're doing classic Kapotasana. Otherwise, coming into your reclining pigeon on this side. So breathing that beautiful light of truth, the lantern of truth, shining the light up, lighting up the throat. Color is turquoise. The element is ether. Drawing that light up to the third eye, seeing that beautiful blue flame right in the middle of the brain. The color of Agya is indigo. The element is beyond the five senses, consciousness. And then continuing to pour that energy up. Pour that flame of truth, that lantern light of truth, shining it all the way up to Sisrara, the crown. As if there's a beautiful stream of light pouring out of the top of the head. The color is either white or violet. Breathing here. And then walk the hands up. And then settling the hips down. And swing that leg around, coming your Ardha Matsyendrasana on this side. So now my right knee is on top, my left leg is on the bottom, and wrapping the arm around. So when asked if I'm a writer, that's an interesting question, Wen. I don't know. I mean, I do write. I wouldn't describe myself as a writer, though. She says, your words in way of speaking feel like the melt my heart. They melt your heart in a grounding way. Oh, I love that. I'm so glad. Twisting open to the right. Feeling the heart, the lotus of the heart continuing to blossom open. Remembering that the Agya Chakra is a 2-petal lotus, bringing together the unity of who we are, mind and body, individual and cosmic self. And chakra is a 1,000-petaled lotus, twisting in the opposite direction, gently opening it up. And then again, soles of the feet together in your Baddha Konasana. Breathing here. Eyes are closed. Go inside. Having this inquiry, if you don't know what your truth is yet, just asking yourself the question. What is my truth? What speaks to my heart? How best can I follow my bliss? Breathing in your Baddha Konasana. And then gently melting back into your Shavasana. Letting the body just relax down, release down, hugging the knees into the chest. Rock it out. And remembering always that this is your practice. So if there's one last pose that you'd love to do, maybe reclining cobbler or happy baby or some sort of twist, go ahead and do that now. And then settle down into your Shavasana. However you can just totally let go. Allowing yourself to absolutely melt down. Release down, relax down. Feeling peace and wellness just melting over you, washing over you. Feeling Gaia beneath you, holding you up, sending her your love, sending you her love. Today was from Rumi. The awakened heart is like a lantern. Keep it sheltered from the turbulence of the winds of desire. bringing movement back to the body. Feeling the body move in the way that it wants to move. Still laying on the back, gently bring the hands together and rub the hands. Bringing a bit of friction to the hands, and then softly put the hands on top of the heart. Eyes are closed, envisioning that beautiful lantern in the heart, shining your truth, your awakened heart. Sheltering your awakened heart. And then carefully rolling over onto the right side, cradling the heart. Wrapping the arms around yourself, maybe a gentle rock back and forth. Sending yourself so much kindness and compassion. And carefully pressing yourself up into an easy seat, bringing the hands together. And then let's bring the fingertips down, hands in Hakini Mudra, palms apart, and we say Sat. Hands come up to the heart, we flower open our lotus, Chit. And then we bring our hands together in Anjali Mudra and we float them overhead, Ananda. One more time, in silence. And then inhaling your hands to your heart space. Nice big inhale. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.